Hello and welcome to yet another edition of the Narrative Off the Cuff with Elite News and Darryl Blair. Let me first begin by bidding you Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Thanksgiving. Have plenty of turkey, plenty of dressing, and most of all, giblet gravy. Absolutely. I want to start you off by a little quote that is known by an unknown author. And it says, you can easily judge the character of a man by how he treats those who can do absolutely nothing for him. You can easily judge the character of a man by the way and how he treats those who can do nothing for him. Yes, you can ride on that one. I first want to start this section off with a moment of prayer. First and foremost for Brother Marvin Peters, who has had a severe medical setback. And I want you to be in prayer for Brother Marvin Peters and his wife, Sister Doris Peters, who is like a mother to me. Not like a mother to me, who is a mother to me. And I certainly want to bid them Godspeed in his recovery, and that he recovers in the spirit that he lived, beautifully and fulfillingly, yes. And certainly upon her heart. Please have a moment of prayer for the Peters family. And then I want to reach over on another note, and I want to give my condolences from both the Elite News and the Blair family and the Blair Foundation to Reverend Burley Hudson's family and the Greater Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church family for their loss of Dr. Burley Hudson, who was an established, esteemed minister within our pastor, preacher, leader, advocate within our community, right there on 11th Street. He has passed on to glory, and you just never know. And I certainly want to be in memory of him. If I recall the last time I saw him, he said to me, I joked with him, I said, Dr. Hudson, how is it that you could be a big-time preacher and you got all this knowledge, and here you are sitting in your office and you don't have not one computer? He looked at me and responded, he said, I got a library. You know, and that little sniggle he had. God bless, God bless. Well, now comes the education. Now comes the education of fine print. Big print, vote. Fine print, read the details. The details of applicating your vote. Trump's trying every way to remain in that White House because he knows he's got some criminal charges waiting for him. He's going to be a historic president. He has broke precedents with his character and the way he's acted and the fact that he even got to the White House. And now he's going to break precedent because he's going to be the first president. Nixon's going to look like a saint compared to Trump when these prosecutions come down. And guess who's going to go get him? That sister by the last name of James in the Southern District of New York. She waiting on him. Been after him before he ran. He's trying to stay in the White House to buffer himself from those charges. It's coming. Isn't it funny how the family has gotten COVID? The very thing that he wanted to remove, discount, call it a hoax. His son don't call it a hoax. Ben Carson didn't call it a hoax. None of them. Mark Meadows didn't call it a hoax. Anybody associated with this fella. Even Cain, the brother, he died from it. It's sad to say, I don't feel bad for any of them. I'm not speaking ill of Herman Cain. I'm just speaking my truth about Trump and his family and those who in support of him. It's time that this country has an opportunity to start healing and certainly start progressing forward out of this pandemic and certainly out of this racial, this highlight of racial inequity and disparity. So I want you to be reminded of that. I want you to also recognize that people like Jerry Jones, you might be a Cowboy fan, shame on you. I don't feel bad for you either. Yeah, they may have won today. They won't win on Thanksgiving, probably won't win again. But they'll never win. The minute he wants to up the number of people he wants in the stadium, they got 40, count them, 40 COVID cases that came out of that stadium alone. That's the ones they could track, and they're still doing contact tracing. The tragedy is this man You care about the Cowboys. Let me say this in elementary terms. You like the Cowboys, but the Cowboys don't like you. Say it again. You like the Cowboys. You support the Cowboys. You enhance the Cowboys. You on Facebook, you buy the jerseys, you do all that stuff. Retail, licensing rights, they get all that money. He don't give a damn about you. Jerry Jones don't give a damn about you. He'd rather support that individual. Jerry Jones and Donald Trump are in the same model. Jerry just got a country twang because he's a damn goober, a racist and a bigot. Trump is too, and they support one another. And you're continuing to support them, patting them on the back saying, it's cool, I don't like him, but you cool. Yeah, you can like one and not like the other, but when he carries that man's water, then you wrong. He'll spit on you the same way Trump will. And he has, with a smile and a I-E. Shame on you, you're a Cowboy fan, and you're not speaking up, you're not standing up. Same for the players. I know that's their paycheck and their check and their livelihood, but you got to stand up somewhere, some way, somehow. Character is. You may easily judge a man's character by the way he treats those who can do nothing for him. Keep that one in mind. Big announcement, big announcement, big announcement. Woo! There are 5 magnanimous, great, esteemed pastors. Great luxury cars, $1,000 suits. 5 in your community right here. Got together? Now they were going to get together, now they've gotten together, and they've given away turkeys. Yes, 5 of them. They gave away 75 turkeys. Are you serious? 75 turkeys. This is called You Do the Math Ministry. Shame on you. Then they wanted to put it on Facebook and put it out there. 5 big time preachers gave away and got big churches, not little bitty churches, big churches, and they gave away 75 turkeys. I'm not belittling those who got one of those 75 turkeys, those coveted 75 turkeys. My point is, you could do that with one of your suits. You could give away that many turkeys. 5 of y'all got together and you were patting yourselves on the back. Shame on you. Shame on you. That's your car detail. 75 turkeys having your car detail. Man, get out of here. Y'all go and look on Facebook, and if they call me and one of y'all feel that I threw a rock in the crowd, whoever I hit, they say, ouch, come on see me. You can call me. Then I put your name out there. That's what I'm going to do for you. Shame on you. People around here don't have a ministry. Yeah, they do have a ministry. These 501c3s and these charitable organizations, they do a diligent work. And you go give away 75 turkeys collectively between 5 of y'all. All these Mercedes and big Cadillacs and Escalades and Navigators pull up in there with big jewelry and $1,000 suits on and $700 Gucci shoes, and then you give away 75 turkeys. One of the pastors you called said he wasn't going up there. He wasn't going to be part of that shenanigans. He gave away 75 turkeys in a week during the regular time, during the summer. You going to go celebrate Thanksgiving. Yeah, you are thankful for all they've given you, but what have you given in return? Shame on you. Well, since I've jumped on some folks, let me say this in reaching into Thanksgiving. Let me give kudos to some people. Maxie Johnson on the DISD school board, y'all really need to pay attention to that brother. He's doing a diligent, good work down there. I also want to give kudos to Casey Thomas down on City Council. I'll ride them when they don't do right, but I'm going to give them credit when they do. They are working really, really hard, and it seems like Casey, Adam Balzador, Chad West, Tanel Atkins, Carolyn Arnold, for these collective areas, they are coming together to better support and promote growth and unity, both in economics and racial equity and parity in our communities. They are doing a diligent job, and you should pat them on the back. I also want to give kudos, and I want to commend Mayor Johnson. He said he's sick and tired of it. He's standing up. Well, you're doing that. You're doing that. I encourage you to continue to get some thick skin and learn how to operate a little bit smoother. We don't need surgeons with shaky hands or piss poor attitudes. We need surgeons who have steady hands and a diligent mindset. Keep working, Mayor Johnson. Well. I've given the kudos. I've said happy Thanksgiving. And all these things are bestowed upon you because of God's goodness, God's grace, and certainly God's mercy. I'm going to have me a wonderful time. I had a wonderful time this past week in Austin. We went down there and had a championship for the gallivanting golfers. And there were two flights, A flight and B flight. In the A flight, the winner was DeBryan the golfer from Gallivanting Golfers. Second place was none other than Matt Morris out of Kaufman County. Third place in that flight was Thad Wilson out of Kaufman County. That's the A flight. In the B flight, the winner was a good friend. A lot of you know this guy, Torrey Abra with PNC Bank. He got first place, walked away with the money. Some gentleman from the Elite News, the Blair Foundation, by the name of Darryl Blair, he got second place. So what? And then third place is a fellow by the name of Sean Faget. He got third place down there in Austin at Falcon Head. We had a wonderful time, and we look to do this again. We want to travel and put that championship on, and I just want to commend all of those fellows who played, came down and played. They came from Houston, they came from Dallas, they came from all over to come down there and play, and we had 20 golfers who put in, and they put up. And it was a shootout down there, and it was great. We had a good time. Wasn't even no arguing or fussing when the scorecards was turned in, because everybody saw everybody's shot and how they balled live. So we were grateful for that. And we want to take this opportunity to welcome aboard some new sponsors. I want to first and foremost say thank you and welcome aboard to Dr. Demetri Jones over at South Dallas Smiles, right there on Malcolm X. She has done a diligent work in that community, and while she could have taken that thriving practice of hers and gone out into the suburbs or somewhere and even put even more with it, she chose to stay right in that community. Not only give of those medical service by way of dental, but she's given social, cultural. She's bought into everything over there that can enhance people, not just the community, but enhance people, children especially. She is a worker, be in that community, and she's never above. She's always amongst. Thank you, Dr. Demetri Jones. We thank you for coming aboard. Also, Calvin Johnson, attorney Calvin Johnson, Esquire. He's a lawyer here in Dallas. He is aspired for city council, and he works in the South Dallas community. He takes pride in mentoring young men because he was a product of mentorship. And so he's come aboard with his law practice. He's going to be one of our writers, one of our columnists on a bi-weekly basis. So check him out. He's going to put it out there. We're going to put him out there, and certainly he's going to carry us on his back. Thank you, Calvin. Attorney Calvin Johnson, with respect. And then there's our stalwarts, Sherman Roberts over at Citywide. Thank you, Sherman. Thank you, Sherman Roberts, for what you've done in our community, how you've enhanced the southern sector in Oak Cliff especially. Then I want to also thank you, Teresa Hawthorne, Honorable Teresa Hawthorne over at Fox & Hawthorne Law Firm, who's been one of our sponsors and continues to ride with us, and we continue to support you. Thank you very much. And last but not least, I can't let him go. I'm Brian Everstein. That's him, Brian Everstein, with 1-800-OLD-SCHOOL lawyer, 1-800-CAR-CRASH, car wreck lawyer, and car wreck, truck wreck lawyer, and Herbert and Ellis Everstein. He's got a number of law firms, but you can reach him at one given number in the newspaper. We want to thank you so much. And as we move forward in this, closing this year out, those of us over here at the Elite News and with the Blair Foundation, we got one piece of encouragement that we want to give you until next time. You know what that is? Get it on your mind. God bless and God keep is our prayer.